AWS London Summit. We're here covering it live. This used to be AWS OnAir. You see that down there? It used to be. It's not anymore. We're taking over the show.
Full takeover.
This is Step Up Your Game Day now. Hello, we're the Game Day. We're the Game Day people. I'm A.M. Grabelny, one of your hosts, and a developer advocate for Game Day. Jasmine.
Hello, I'm Jasmine.
How has Game Day touched your life?
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm Jasmine Kyles. I'm a manager of product management, and also I do a lot of the Game Day marketing, along with my colleague Sindhu. Gotta always give her a shout out because she makes the unicorns possible.
Hi, Sindhu.
But Game Day has touched my life in so many ways. Just getting to connect with customers across the world over unicorns.
Yeah. Speaking of unicorns, we've got one sitting right next to me. One of a kind, mythical creature right here, Gunnar Grosch.
Truly one of a kind.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you, AM. So my name is Gunnar Grosch, developer advocate with AWS, and I'm lucky enough to get to do a lot of different Game Day shows together with AM, my friend.
Friend? Wow. What? Whoa!
He called you a friend.
I'm shocked.
Is it because you're sitting next to each other?
We've never had this energy before.
I love the bond, but we are forgetting someone at the end of the table.
We could never forget Adrian.
Hi. Well, hey folks, my name is Adrian San Miguel. I am a partner enterprise architect here at AWS. Game Day has touched my life in the sense that it hasn't.
Well, that's rude.
No, and not in a negative way by any means. Typically, my involvement with Game Day is helping partners orchestrate them, plan them, reach out to their customers to use it as a mass tool to get folks excited about using services and bring it to them in a kind of gamified way for them to go through and do the thing.
Nice.
Well, okay. We've talked about Game Day quite a bit. Let's pull up my screen so we can see what an AWS Game Day looks like. If you have never participated in an AWS Game Day, you're in for a treat. You're in for a treat because you're going to get to play with us today. We are going through a very special Game Day quest built specifically for the London Summit and for the three of you.
Okay.
I feel honored.
I had all three of you in mind as I was building this. So first off, I'm sure you want to get off the stage right now because you just heard that I built this quest. Yeah.
Definitely first thought.
That's the first thought. Second thought is I would love for the producers to wheel out the life-size replica that we built of Stonehenge. So we'll wait for a minute. Let's see. Can we wheel it? They're telling me they didn't build it. I'm upset, but I'll work through it. Instead, our director just told us we do have a tiny Stonehenge, perhaps.
There's no camera on it right now?
Yeah, no camera. We don't know where it went.
Trust us.
We lost it. It was too small.
Oh, yeah.
It would have been absolutely a treat to have it. I'd go so far to say it would rock if we had it.
Wow.
But we don't, so.
Yikes. Anyway, so since we don't have that, I built Cloud Hinge for us instead. So I'm upgrading it. It's no more stones. We're moving to the Cloud Hinge.
Okay.
So every Game Day starts with a story. Yeah. And every Game Day participant will get access to that story through the Game Day UI, which is what we're looking at right now. You'll also get an AWS account that you don't have to pay for, which is wonderful because I don't like paying for stuff. Do you?
I know you don't like paying for stuff.
Like dinner.
We've had dinner.
That's right. Yeah, I always leave you with the bill, don't I?
You do.
Okay, well, anyway, you don't have to pay for this AWS account. You get temporary access to it, and there are challenges set up inside of it that you have to solve. We've got one sitting in front of us. Shall I read this out loud?
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
What's the first rule of Game Days?
Have fun.
Click on every button you can.
We don't talk about Game Day.
Just close the hints.
Read the fabulous manual.
Read the fabulous manual. That's right. Oh, thank you for reminding us.
So that's what RTFM stands for.
That is.
Okay, thank
Fabulous.
you. Thank you.
Now, if you're sitting out there in chat and as we're playing through, please, if you see us doing something wrong, if you see us going down the wrong path, help us. That's what we hope you'll do. But anyway, look upon my works, ye mighty, and despair. You are seeing Cloud Hinge, which there's a picture of Cloud Hinge.
That is quite remarkable.
Yeah. the newest prediction engine for all techno druids to get insights about major computing events throughout the past, present, and future. Okay, there's only one problem with CloudHinge. Its source code was lost to the ages. However, we still have a successful deployment within EKS. CloudHinge must run on Kubernetes, Gunnar, according to the prophecy. How does that make you feel?
It feels like it is a thing. I'm baffled that you're going the Kubernetes route.
Well, it's the prophecy. I didn't have a choice here.
Well, that they are.
We need to be able to ask CloudHinge questions. With our previous love of stones, we were intrigued by your bedrock. Okay, that kind of makes sense, I guess. Is there any way you can connect CloudHinge to this bedrock? We have provided some open API specs and a Lambda function that can connect to CloudHinge. Perhaps with all the fame you'll receive from rescuing CloudHinge, you might need to look into getting an agent.
Oh.
And that's a capital A there.
It's a lot of buzzwords in this.
We talked about agents this morning.
We did?
Ah.
Okay, all right.
Federal agents?
We try not to mention that one, at least not on air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to go home.
I too would like to go home at some point.
Well, if you get stuck, you can also see if there's a way to connect and explore CloudHinge directly. Right?
Okay.
So we really want the ability to talk to CloudHinge ourselves through Bedrock, though. We have to help out the techno druids. And we will be working in the US West 2 region. We need to ask CloudHinge to answer what is the first tarot reading you can access, and then retrieve the database ID for that reading. All right. So I mentioned we have an AWS account. We also have a nice little deployment of a code server, right? So we've got a working space here. In here, they mentioned we've got some open API specs. We have a Lambda function that they mentioned might be deployed already. We'll have to investigate that. But that's generally all the instructions you get at a game day, right? And it's up to you to figure out where to go next. Jasmine, do you have any idea of where to go next? What to do?
I think we're going to be asking Amazon Q some things.
Okay.
Since you mentioned an agent.
Let's see. Oh, we do have Q.
Oh, that's very good.
We do.
You're friends with Q.
Yeah. Close friends to Q.
Do you know Q?
I do.
Okay.
So this is Q CLI, which
Yeah.
is one of my favorite tools within AWS at the moment. It allows us to ask these kind of questions to this large language model and hopefully get an answer.
What do we want to ask?
What do
Dead
we
air.
Well, should we read the instructions again?
Yeah, let's go look at the instructions again. So we need to somehow, we need to get maybe open API specs and a Lambda function, and something we have to somehow connect CloudHinge, which we know is in EKS, but we don't really know what it is.
Right.
So maybe we could start there. Maybe we could say like, what's in EKS, right?
Yep.
Like what's deployed to EKS. You want to try that first?
I think that's a great start.
Or how about what EKS clusters do I have? Something like that, maybe?
I think that's fine.
Let's see what Q has to say about this. Okay, I'll help you. That's the first time I've ever been offered help before. Okay, US East 1. Nope, nothing there. US East 2. Oh, hey,
There we go.
we have a cluster named
CloudHinge.
CloudHinge. All right, so I see you've got chat pulled up too, Gunnar. So if anybody's out there or you want us to ask you something about CloudHinge, let us know in chat. All right, so would you like me to get more details? What do you think?
I think we want the endpoint information, right?
Yeah, should we just connect? Can you connect? Should we ask, can you connect to CloudHinge?
Yep.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Connect to CloudHinge in EKS. Let's see what happens. I'll connect you. Oh, okay. It's going to update our kube config file. What is a kube config file? As an expert on Kubernetes, Gunnar.
Well, that sounds more like a question for Q, actually. What is a kube config file? But it is the file that you use to be able to, I guess, connect to your cluster to know which cluster to use in this case.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So if you're using the kube control command,
Kubectl.
kubectl. Adrian, how do you say it? Kubectl. How do you pronounce that?
Kubectl.
Yeah.
Oh God.
No.
Kube control.
No.
Kubectl. Cube what?
CTL, I'm sure. Cuddle. Wow. Okay. We're doing that.
Let's see. Let's see. Hey, look. It looks like the kube control is not installed. So now it's going to try and install it for us even.
Okay.
Let's see if this works. We never know. We never know what's going to happen in a game day. I think that's part of, as we're waiting for Q to install this for us, what's your favorite aspect about game day, Jasmine?
Winning.
Winning. And how do you win?
I get points.
You get points. And what do points signify?
That I'm the winner. No, they go through the task. We have a leaderboard throughout all of the game days. And as you go through the task here, when we read the fabulous manual, it told us what to do. And based on all of those tasks and things that you start to accomplish, you'll start to see points get up on the board.
Do you think we'll get any points today?
I sure hope so.
Well, we can't connect up to the EKS cluster quite yet, but Q is still trying valiantly to see if it can figure out what's going on. All right. I don't know. I don't know what's happening here. Maybe we're not supposed to access it directly.
Well,
He's
there we go.
successfully connected. There you go.
Okay.
Well, no, it's
Permissioning, IAM roles. What's going on here?
yeah. I think this might not be the right path.
All right.
Okay.
So?
Do you want to? Shall we take a look at Bedrock maybe? Because it mentioned Bedrock.
It did?
It said we need to connect that to Bedrock somehow. Yeah. So let's see. What do we have in Bedrock? Well, this is an interesting. Agents.
We did
Yeah.
talk about capital A agents. You're right.
Yeah, they said you might need to look into getting an agent because we'll be so famous, which that'll be new for me. Gunnar Grosch, obviously, been famous a long time.
You know what? I just thought of something. If we do this right, the Druids are going to be so famous they will not ever have to pay again.
All right.
All right, I'm shutting the laptop and leaving. Thank you, everyone, so much. This has been Step Up Your Game Day. No, we have 15 more minutes. Okay, so looks like we have some agents here, but I think we should maybe just create one.
Okay.
Let's do it.
What do we call it?
Cloud Hinge
Hinge.
Assistant.
Okay,
Wow.
I'm not going to spell that word out. I'm so sorry.
Okay. That'll work.
Uh,
It could have up to 100 characters, but okay. Fine, AM.
Fine. Be that guy.
You know, that was me. So, Gunnar, you are a Bedrock. I was joking earlier when I said a Kubernetes expert, but
thank
you are somewhat of a Bedrock expert, or a growing one at least.
Thank you.
So, what is an agent? Do you know anything about agents?
And there's know some things about agents. So Bedrock, to begin with, is our managed service for large language models, where you can use different types of large language models. Then agents allows us to extend how we're using these large language models, and we can add functionality to actually allow them to do very specific tasks. And in this case, I think we have a task for our agents.
Yeah, I think we need to. I've learned a little bit about them as well, and I think we have to set up something called an action group. So this allows the agent to go out and take an action, right? And we want to let it take an action,
Yep.
which is connect up to
Our
Cloud
cluster.
Hinge, right?
Yep.
this API that's out there. So let's create one. Oh, we have to name everything.
I think that's a good name, otherwise.
You love Action Group Quick Start?
That allows me to easily remember what this agent does.
Okay. It looks like we have an option between function details and API schemas. I'm not sure what those two options mean. Do you remember anything from the instructions? That
I do remember there was a Lambda function involved.
There's a Lambda function. As Gunnar puts it, that fabulous manual, though, we need to read it. Let's see. I think this line. Wait a minute.
Oh.
What do you see there?
We have open API specs and a Lambda function.
Oh, so I think we might need that one.
Yep.
I think so too.
I don't know. We actually want to select an existing one because they said there already is a Lambda function. Let's see. Got a lot of Lambda functions in here. I wonder. Oh, it mentioned Terra readings, didn't it?
They did.
That kind of looks relevant. What do you
Okay,
think?
let's try it.
How about you put it in and we can see what's in the cards?
What is going on down there at the end of that table?
Speechless.
I'm working on it. Thank you.
All right, so if you remember, we saw these when we opened it. Shall we just copy paste? What do we like to do beyond reading the manual? What do we like to do on Game Day show?
Just go for it.
Yeah, just go for it.
Yeah.
Right. So let's try it. Let's see what happens. Okay. It made it. Should I save maybe?
That would probably be a good idea.
All right. So what are we at? We're at 12 minutes. We can click this test button. But I think we need to prepare first.
Study
Is that
for
right?
Study for the test. Got it.
Prepare. Okay, so we're preparing. How do you prepare for a test, Jasmine?
I ask you to make me a study guide.
That's smart. That's smart.
Depending on the length of time that I have, I tell it, give me this long if I have 2 weeks, or hey, I need to cram overnight. What's the most important things, and work backwards.
All right.
I don't know if that'll help me right now, but
Look at this. We got an error. Agent instruction cannot be null.
so you have to give it some instruction.
Yeah, we got to tell the agent. Where do we do that? Oh, instructions for the agent. So what shall we tell the agent that it is doing?
Our deepest, darkest secrets.
I like that.
We'll start with yours, Jasmine, and then we'll be out of time when we get to me, unfortunately. What do you think? What is this agent going to be doing?
Solving the game day so I can get points.
Solve the game day to get points? I don't know that that's going to work.
No. We might need to go back to the manual again. And
I think they left
Good
that out.
answer.
Did they?
I'm just testing to see who you all would be in the group project. Like, how are you going to operate?
I mean, we're trying to connect up to an API, right?
yeah.
We are.
And that API has some sort. We could look at the spec and see what the API does, can't
Let's
we?
do it.
So we can get information about a specific tarot card. It looks like it's got a major or minor version. And we can list all the cards, okay? And then we've got a tarot reading spec. So we started with the wrong one, it seems like, if we wanted, because we're supposed to, look at this, we're supposed to get that reading ID, right? And we just are entering in the card ID. How did you let this happen, Gunnar?
Well, I think the instructions aren't super clear, to be honest.
No, they're not.
Whoever created this.
Who created it?
Yeah.
Adrian?
Nope,
No.
certainly wasn't me.
It was me. Anyway, so maybe we tell it that it is, it's a, you are a prediction engine called CloudHinge. Yeah? You like where I'm going with this?
Yep.
We do.
Okay. You can connect to the CloudHinge API if asked about tarot readings and cards. Something like that.
Yeah.
I like it.
I keep it simple
Yeah.
for now.
Pretty please at the end.
Oh. Pretty please.
Yes.
With an exclamation?
Be
Yes.
nice to the agent.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So now we'll save again. Let's see if this works. Okay, prepare. Okay, all right, okay.
There we go. Oh,
Oh, green.
That
Green is
yeah,
Good green.
that looks good. Test. Shall we ask it about what's your favorite tarot card? I'll tell you mine.
what is it? The Fool.
The Fool. Do you know why it's my favorite?
Oh, I'm sure it's something obnoxious. Why?
It's called the Fool. I identify with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Let's see if this worked. Oh, look. Okay, it's telling us about it.
There we go.
I mean, but this isn't necessarily information that an LLM wouldn't have access to. This is public information, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we can click this show trace, and we can see like what's it doing, right? Look at this. It's got a lot of. I know it's kind of harder to read. So look, it inserted our prompt in there. Okay. There's a lot of. Oh, get action. Oh, look.
Oh, the
Get
quick start.
card. You see that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
So it's using a tool. Seems like we connected it.
Yep.
So, oh yeah, to provide information about the Fool card, I need to use get action group card function. All right. I think we're on the right path.
We are.
We might be.
Should we do, we got the readings now, right?
Yep,
Make another action group?
I think so.
It's almost like I know the solution to this.
You're definitely guiding us in the right direction.
Well, you keep it up. I'm going to have to draw the judgment card on you, okay?
Oh, all right.
I'm sitting on it. I'm sitting on it.
Oh yeah, thank you for naming it, Jasmine, because the other action groups I would never, if we had kept the name, I would never found it again.
You're welcome. It's the least I could do.
So we need to edit now, and now we're going to add a new action group for tarot readings.
Yep.
I think we
I think-
just call it
oh.
tarot read. Oh, what, you wanted to leave that incredibly descriptive, didn't you? I knew it. All right, so again, we're going to use this Lambda function that they were so nice to already create for us.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go and drop. Again, they made this for us too. Those techno druids, powerful,
They are.
powerful people. Save, prepare.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Fingers crossed.
We got what, 6 minutes? We might finish too quick. I might have helped too much.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That would be the first. That would be the first time.
We can just sit in awe for the rest of the time looking at class. Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing.
How did you generate this image?
What was the
Oh,
prompt?
I made it. You know,
Oh.
Stayed up all night last night.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which tool helped you?
Oh, maybe Bedrock.
Okay.
Nova.
Yeah.
You could tell I made it because of.
You can't spell. Yeah.
Yeah, I
The
just,
English major.
I just put
on
a
the
bunch
panel.
of E's. You know, I was like,
Cloudy.
I don't know. All right, so we'll tap. Oh, wait, we got to prepare. Yeah?
We do.
I think.
Oh, 6?
We did.
It did. Okay, cool. So now we had an instruction, didn't we?
We did.
We did.
What is the first tarot reading you can access? Yeah? Did we just copy paste? My favorite way
Yeah.
of interacting with anything?
Please do.
Okay.
I mean, at this point, AM, don't be a sap. Just embrace your internal druid.
Okay, if you. Oh. Uh-oh. This didn't work.
Wow.
Now what happened?
Oh, no.
We don't want to hide the trace.
What happened?
You were so confident.
I thought we were going to get it.
Yep.
We might need those 5 minutes now. Okay, yeah, it looks like our agent didn't work. That's kind of interesting, isn't it?
Well, depending on who you ask, they'll always tell you that their agent doesn't work. So.
Well, that's true. That's true. So we do have a tarot reading. It looks enabled.
Mm-hmm. Willing to bet we missed something in there.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I see get reading. I see list readings.
Mm-hmm.
It all looks okay to me. You know what? I don't know. This is the right. We could go look at the Lambda function, perhaps. Maybe.
Let's go do that.
Okay, so we've got a Lambda function deployed out here. Let's see. It was called Taro Bridge.
Yep.
Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. Loading, loading, loading. And this is Gunnar Ghosh's preferred and recommended way of writing Lambda functions is
Straight
doing
in the
it
console.
directly in line in the AWS console.
That is correct.
Yeah? I thought so.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a Taro API endpoint.
Mhm.
I wonder if we can actually hit that.
Let's try it.
It is
I
worth
guess
a shot.
that's the load balancer in front of the Kubernetes cluster.
I guess so. I wonder. Shall, can you connect? I'm back in QCLI to this endpoint. All right, we'll let it go and do its thing. Meanwhile, so looking at our Lambda function. Oh, I bet it's going to ask me. Yeah, it's asking me if it can run curl. Yes, you're allowed. I wish Gunnar would ask permission of me
Before running curl.
before doing anything.
Oh,
Anyway, so yeah, we have an action group. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if the action group needs to be named that specifically.
I would venture a guess with that
Yeah.
equal sign saying yes.
Want to try that?
Yes.
Let's try it.
Save and exit. Okay, we got 2.5 minutes.
that's why I said "oh" before when you named it. I was referring to that part.
You knew that
Yeah.
already. Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite prophetic.
Have you seen the future?
Saw it in the cards.
All right, now I need to copy our question again. We're ready to test again. Okay, here we go. All right, and I know we have 2 minutes. If this doesn't work, guess what? I might have prepared for that scenario. Oh,
Oh,
we got it. The
Okay.
first Taro reading area access is for Alan Turing's paper on computable numbers, which introduced the concept of the Turing machine. It's a pretty significant point in time, I'd say.
I would.
What is the database ID for this reading? This is what we need, right? Minute 30. Can we do it?
Okay.
Oh, we got it.
There we go.
All right, let's go back. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Woo, submit. Okay.
What is the ID?
Team Unicorn.
There we
Corn
go.
Step stools.
We got it.
Do we have
We-
points?
Oh, 5,000 points.
5,000
Nice.
points.
Wow.
All right.
Does that mean we're the winners?
Yeah, we won first place. That was it. That's all we had time to solve today. But we got some things. Oh, what's that? What's
Have
that
you seen
got
this
there?
before?
I have. I have. That's one of my hats.
Isn't your hat?
That's
You're
my
the hat guy,
I'm
right?
the hat guy, yeah.
You know what I think about your hats?
Tell me.
This.
So rude. Wow. Well, if you want to see more shenanigans like that, you can tune in the last Thursday of every month to
Last.
see us play Game Day, just like you did today. So we hope you'll join us. Gunnar will be there, perhaps.
My friend.
Yeah. Jasmine will be there.
I will
Are
be
we
there.
we're shaking hands also?
Yes.
Okay. Adrian, I don't know why, but we're shaking hands. All right. We got to get out of here. Thank you for tuning in to Step Up Your Game Day. You may resume AWS On Air.